This webinar is a part of the Separation of Church and State series, Part 6, The Rise of Militant Secular Humanism. And it stands alone, but it really makes a lot more sense when you've looked at it with the other parts that have come and preceded this. We've just taken a look at secular humanism as a world religion from its inception in the 1930s throughout the last century. And then this webinar is going to take a look at how it has been from the beginning militant in its approach. And John Dewey revealed this fact in 1934 when he was talking about humanism being a religious faith, and that such a faith has always been the common faith of mankind, but what remains is to make it explicit and militant. And so in the preface to the Humanist Manifesto, we begin to pick up some of those militancy words in the statements that they proclaim there. And these are those statements. The time has come for widespread recognition of the radical changes in religious beliefs throughout the modern world. The time is past for mere revision of traditional attitudes. Science and economic change have disrupted old beliefs. So it's basically saying there that radical changes need to be implemented, and we're not just talking about slight adjustments, but wholesale change. Religions the world over are under the necessity of coming to terms with new conditions created by a vastly increased knowledge and experience. In every field of human activity, the vital movement is now in the direction of candid and explicit humanism. Candid would be an alternative word, or explicit, for kind of militant and coercive. In order that religious humanism may be better understood, we desire to make these certain affirmations. And what follows are the 12 tenets of humanism, but you could also title these the 12 radical changes humanists seek to enforce. And here they are. First, the universe is self-existing and not created. Man is a result of a continuous natural process. Mind is a projection of body and nothing more. Man is molded mostly by his culture. There is no supernatural. Man has outgrown religion and any idea of God. Man's goal is to develop his own personality. Personality ceases to exist at death. Problems will be solved by men looking within himself and to the natural world. Religion and institutions that impede this human development must be changed. That sounds pretty coercive and forceful. 11. Socialism is the ideal form of economics. And then 12thly, all mankind deserves to share in the fruits from following these tenets. Well, over the last century, these 12 tenets have been established in culture and in the United States educational and institutions. They have implemented a very successful strategy as they've taken it militant. And let's review. Initially describe humanism as a new religion that is superior to old religions. Begin to propagate its ideas in public schools, universities, and government. Establish a more secure foothold so that the ideas have momentum and can be institutionalized, that is, be fixed and established in the framework by the curriculum, policies, and laws. Then deny that humanism is a religion and begin to call it secular humanism so that people are more easily deceived. Yet the tenets are the same as they were from the very beginning. And then it becomes the established and supported government religion of the United States. This is a complete violation of the First Amendment in the Bill of Rights, that Congress shall make no law regarding the establishment of religion. The question that this raises is this fair? In this day and age, a new tactic is used that's not as subtle and it's more forthright, and it's called offended by everything. Today's militant secularists are so determined to eradicate God from the public sphere, they have a major portion of the public believing the phrase separation of church and state is in the Constitution, and that they are guaranteed freedom from religion. That is, no one should ever hear anything in the public sphere that mentions God, moral absolutes, or Christianity. If they do, they claim to be greatly offended. They file lawsuits and bully administrators, public officials, and others to submit to their interpretation of the Constitution. So in conclusion, it raises these questions. Why does the religion of humanism and secular humanism get preferential treatment in our society? Why are people not truthful about the true motives of humanism? Why is secular humanism allowed to be the established religion of the United States? This raises a lot of why questions. It's the height of hypocrisy and deceitfulness to cover up this deception and not allow for a public discourse and debate. This is in complete violation of religious freedom in the First Amendment of the United States. And yet that's what the humanists and secular humanists have been able to accomplish by making it militant, just as John Dewey said back in 1934. My name's Craig Seibert. Thanks for listening.